Hello, my name is Krishna Aditya and I'll be presenting EyeAI, Detect Leading Cause of Blindness with AI. A whopping 12 million people are blind just in India. Diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma are the leading causes of blindness all around the globe. In countries like India, there's a drastic shortage of more than 1 lakh eye doctors, and just 6 million of 72 million diabetics are screened for eye diseases. Diabetic retinopathy is a diabetes complication caused by damage to blood vessels of the light sensitive tissues of the back of the eye, called the retina. With 285 million people with diabetes, one third of them have sign of DIA. Glaucoma. Glaucoma is caused due to an increase of eye pressure and is a disease which is also hereditary. It is estimated that it will affect 79 million people around the world by the year 2020. A color fundus image provides the 2D projection of the retina. It has the structural information of the optic disc, information regarding the retinal structures such as cup, rim, and blood vessels. An ophthalmologist generally uses a fundus image to screen diabetic retinopathy. A fundus shows various signs as shown in figure 1, insinuating the likelihood of diabetic retinopathy. On the other hand, for glaucoma, the region of interest is the optic disc. As shown in this image, the disc is marked by the outer boundary of the optic disc, which is blue. The cup is marked by the inner boundary of the optic disc, which is green. So as we can clearly see from the image, a normal eye rather has a small cup compared to the eye with glaucoma, which has an increased cup size. Glaucoma manifests primarily as the structural deformations of the optic disc. Why fundus image? A fundus camera is low cost, non-invasive, and easy to use, which means high penetrability to every section of the society. Diabetic retinopathy is categorized as non-proliferative and proliferative. Non-proliferative is subcategorized as mild, moderate, and severe. It is important to diagnose moderate, severe, and proliferative to help a patient. Cup to disc ratio is important for the diagnosis of glaucoma. The cup height, as shown in the image, is the height of the blue boundary, and the disc height is the height of the yellow boundary. Cup to disc ratio is the ratio of cup's height to the disc height. Generally, the higher the CDR, higher are the risk of glaucoma. So the application I've built takes in a fundus image and classifies it into the different categories of diabetic retinopathy, and also segments the cup and the disc and calculates the CDR to see the risk of glaucoma. I would like to start with the demo. I have a Flask app to host my web app, and this is my script. So I'm using Pytorch and FastAI for this. So in the web app, so now I open select image, and I go to a normal in diabetic retinopathy test set. I open an image and then press predict. It predicts no diabetic retinopathy, and it says no signs of glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy. Towards the right, it also predicts the mass. Next, I choose proliferative DR, where I choose an image. I press next, predict, and it accurately predicts it as proliferative DR, and it gives the cup to disc ratio as 0.5, and it says risk of diabetic retinopathy is high. Please visit the doctor. So next, another image in proliferative DR. It says proliferative DR, and then it says the risk of diabetic retinopathy is high, so please visit the doctor. So next we'll move to non-proliferative DR severe, where I'll choose an image. I predict. So then again it predicts severe, cup to disc ratio is 0.4. So there's no risk of glaucoma, but there's a high risk of diabetic retinopathy, so please visit the doctor. Next we'll go to moderate, where I choose an image. It predicts as moderate, says risk of diabetic retinopathy is high, please visit a doctor. So moving to the glaucoma cases, normal images, first I'm testing where it predicts no DR. and optic disc is 0.4. There's no signs of glaucoma. Again, another image. Again, the cup to disc ratio is small. There are no signs of glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy, and you can visualize the mass towards the right. So next, I'll open cases where there's glaucoma. So cup to disc ratio is clearly very high. So there's a probability that the person might have glaucoma. So the app suggests them to go visit a doctor. There's another image where again the cup to disc ratio is very high. So there's a risk of glaucoma and the patient must visit a doctor. Again, you can visualize the mask. I believe AI-enabled vision centers can screen vision for millions of people who don't have access to healthcare, and it can also aid doctors to give more accurate diagnosis. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.